Guys, what last class topic?
Flow control statements.
Yeah, I think flow control is complete, right? Today we start the class concept. Java is object oriented, deals with the classes. The class contains how many elements total? Yes, Java is object oriented, deals
Or
with classes, right? Deals with the class. I said clearly. The class contains how many elements means the class contains basically four elements, right? What are the four elements, you guys? Class
Variables.
name. Yeah, the class contains variables. The class contains methods. Hmm. Methods,
Constructors.
constructor, and blocks, right? Exactly. Blocks again two types here. One is a instance and what a static blocks, right? Instance and what a static block, guys. Yes, today we'll start the first element of the class. The first element of the class is what a variables, right? Exactly. Yes, what the purpose of the variables here basically? Please mute. Variables use it to store the data, right? For example, if you take employee ID variable, employee name variable, employee salary variable, variables basically use it to store the data. Store the data, right? And it's a fixed memory location, guys. So use it to variable is used to simply store the data. Variables are used to store the data. Next one is what? Variable is a fixed memory location, right? Contains the value. Variable is a like memory location, guys. The named memory location. So variable is a named memory location because see we have to store the value in the memory 10. This memory name is nothing but variable, right? The number equal to 10 in the sense what? In the memory which is stored here, 10 is stored, right? For that memory, who is the name here? Num is the name or not? Num is a name, just which is pointing to that memory, right? Guys, variable is a named memory location. Okay, named memory location. Named memory location, right? The statement is clear, huh? Variables are used to store the data. One pointer. Variable is a simply named memory location. Variable is a simply named memory location, right? Named memory location. Memory location name, guys. That's it. Variable simply. Hmm? Yes or no? Every person contains a name, right? Body is the like memory. So human body is like memory. The corresponding name is what? Identification, right? That is called variable name, guys. Good. So if we take the int, every variable must contain some type, guys. That you know, uh, every variable, guys, every variable must contains what? Must contain some name, right? Exactly. Guys, num equal to 10. Int num equal to 10 means you know this line already. So num is a variable of which type, guys? Num is a num is a variable of which type? Num is a variable
Int
of
type.
int type.
integer type.
Holding the value. What is the value? Guys, holding the value is 10. With the memory size, how much here? With memory size is what? 4 bytes, right? Yeah, that's the meaning of this line, guys. When you see this line, num is a variable of which type, guys? Here, int type, holding the value 10. With memory size, how many bytes here? With memory size is like 4 bytes, right? With memory size is how many bytes? 4 bytes or not? That is information, guys. Good. So finally, we understood that the variables are used to store the data, and a variable is a named memory location which contains the value. Named memory location. Okay, variable is a name, guys. Simply memory location name simply. Every variable must contain some type, right? Every variable must contain some type, guys. Int num equal 10 means num is a variable of integer type holding the value 10 with memory size how many bytes, guys? 4 bytes, right? Exactly, guys. Is it clear now? Good. So
But
basically,
here num will also be an identifier, right?
any name in Java is called identifier. Identifier is just a concept of any name like variable name, method name, constructor name, class name. Identifier all comes under identifier. Hmm? All comes under identifier basically. Because there are three types of variables in Java. There are three types of variables in Java. What are the variables, guys? Three types, tell me. Guys, how many types of variables in Java total? 3 types of variables, guys. One is like local variables.
Local.
Second one is, guys, local variables is there.
Instance variable. Finally.
Guys, one is a local variable. Second one is what? Instance variable, right? Second one is the instance variables, guys. The third one is like static variables. Okay. Very clear now. How many types of variables in Java? There are 3 types of variables in Java. One is a local variable. One is an instance variable. The third one is what? A static variable, right?
Static.
Exactly. There are 3 types of variables in Java. And we'll go for the first one, guys. And the first one is like local variable. If you check the local variable, guys, local variable is very straightforward. So the variables which are declared inside the method, For example, here I have a class name is called test class, and we have the main method. What the main method? Public static void main. So public static void main, you can write the string array args, open brace, close the brace. Here I declared int num1 equal to 10. Int num1 equal to 10. I declared int num2 equal to 20. Okay. Then int some variable you can take. You can take any variable name. It's not a sum exactly. So you can take the result variable res. Result equal to what? Num1 plus num2, right? That's it. Just I'm trying to print that result. Guys, now tell me where I declared this num1 num2 variable. Is it I declared inside the method or inside the class? Just I'm printing
Inside the method.
Inside the method.
Yeah, definitely. These variables are declared inside the method, right? Main is a method, right? Exactly. Yes, the variables which are declared inside the method. Okay. The variables which are declared inside the method, then these variables are called which variables?
Local.
Local variables, guys. Not only inside the method, so inside the method local variable, and inside the constructor also local variable, or inside the blocks also local variables, guys. Inside the blocks also even local variables, right? Exactly. That's called declaration part, guys. The variables which are declared inside the method or constructor or blocks we declare inside, those are called which variables, guys? Local variables. The first point there. And the second point, the scope of this variable, guys. Even the scope of this variable is only within the method. For example, if you have the void add method, in add method, if I have the number variable int num equal to 10, you can use this variable only within the add method. Inside the multiplication method, if you're trying to access the number, is it possible, guys? Guys, is it possible to access
No.
the number? No, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, definitely no, right? Exactly. Second point is what? The scope of the local variable is only within the method. You cannot access outside of the method, right? Because you cannot access what? You cannot access the outside of the method, right? The second point. And coming to the third point here, local variables memory allocated. See, guys, when this variables memory allocated means I declared method, inside the method only I have a local variable. That's what? That's the reason. When you call this method, particular method, when you call the method, the local variable is memory allocated. Okay. Yes, when we call the method, local variables memory allocated. Okay. When the method is destroyed, when method is completed, the local variable memory destroyed, guys. When the method is started, variables memory allocated. When method is completed, these variables are destroyed. It means that's the reason this variable scope is what only within the method, right? Guys, that is the reason
Yes.
this variable scope is what only within the method, guys. The third point. Memory allocated when method starts, or constructor start, or block starts. Memory destroyed when method is completed, a constructor is completed, blocks are completed, right? Blocks are what? Completed, right? This is the third point, guys. And I covered the fourth point here, in which memory the local variables are stored. Guys, basically how many types of memories in Java? Guys, memories in Java.
Heap and stack.
3 types, sir.
What are the memories? Tell me. I think
Heap
one
and
is
stack.
Stack, heap, non-heap.
stack memory, heap memory, stack memory, heap memory.
Non-heap.
Now,
Non-heap
in
memory.
the sense which is like
Oh,
method area. And we have one more memory, guys. Native method stacks. It's a small memory. Native method stacks are there, and native method stacks also one of the small memory. Guys, basically only these three highlighted memories, big memories. Stack memory, heap memory, method area. Method area is also known as a non-heap. Generally, some guys are call it as a non-heap memory, something like that. And we have one more memory like native method stacks. Native method stacks. Next one is what a string constant pool.
Mm.
This is also part of the heap only, but name is something like different name, right? String constant pool. Guess total how many types of memories in Java generally? Yes, if
Right.
anyone is asking like how many types of memories in Java, don't say five types. Okay, because maybe that guy is thinking three types, maybe that guy is thinking four types, maybe that guy is thinking five. We don't know, right? These type of questions, guys, when someone is asking what how many types of memories in Java, see, most of the guys will ask the question like what are memories in Java, but some of the guys will ask the question like how many types of memories in Java. So generally, in the you don't say like number of types, guys, if you don't know now. Yes, even in interview, if you don't know number of types, don't mention the these many number of types. So in general, in the Java, we have memories like stack, heap, method area, native method stacks. Like that, you can start the answer. Yes or no? Hmm? So
No.
generally in the Java, we have the memories like stack, heap, method area, native method stack, string constant pool. If you enter, ask like how many types of inheritance. You don't know how many types of inheritance in Java. So in general, Java contains the inheritance like single inheritance, multiple inheritance. Like that, you start. Hmm? Exactly, guys. And when it comes to local variables here, the local variables are stored in the stack memory. Okay. So what is a stack? I'll tell you later classes in detail. But remember, like local variables are stored in which memory, guys? Here, stack memory, right? Guys, there are 4 points about local variables, guys. Local variables are straightforward. Hmm? Local variables are not that much hmm, big one. Guys, tell me the 4 points. Guys, the first point where it is declared.
Inside the method.
Guys, speak out inside the method or constructor or
Constructor
block,
blocks
right?
or a block.
Scope is what? Scope in the sense permission,
within the
right?
method.
Scope is when the method started, the memory allocated. When the method ended,
Cool, cool,
the
cool.
memory destroyed.
I'm talking about the scope, man. Permission. Permission like inside the method only, right? Simply we can say inside the method or inside
Oh,
the
sorry.
constructor or inside the block.
Okay, all inside the method.
The scope is permission we can use only within the method. That's it. Second point, guys. The third point is like memory allocation. What about memory allocation? Tell me.
When the method starts, memory gets allocated.
Memory allocated. Memory allocated when method cool. Memory allocated when method starts. Memory allocated when method starts, and memory destroyed. Tell me that memory destroyed
When the method.
when method completed, right? Because whenever we
Yes.
are calling the method, memory allocated. When the method destroyed, memory destroyed, right? Yes or no? Memory destroyed when method completes, right? Completed. That's the memory allocation, guys. And the fourth point is what? Where it is stored. Hmm. In which memory it
Stack.
is stored, guys? Stored in the stack memory, right? Exactly. Stored in which memory, guys? Stack memory.
Stack memory.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the first one, guys. The first one is what local variable. Guys, local variable is clear, everyone. What is the local variable, guys? Declared inside the method or constructor or block. Scope is also inside the method or constructor block. Memory located when method starts. Memory destroyed when method is completed, right? Memory destroyed when method is completed. And where it is stored means these are stored in which memory, guys? These are stored in
Stack memory.
these are stored in which memory here? Stack memory, right? Exactly. Guys, this is example with the local variable simply. And how many memories in Java means total five types memories in Java. So one is a stack memory, heap memory, method area, native method stacks, string constant pool. These are the memories in Java, right? Exactly, guys. That's example one. And local variables, guys. That's okay, good. So next one is what? Instance variables. This one is a big one, guys. Instance variables. When coming to the instance variables, guys, and come to the application here. I remove these variables now. I place these variables here. Now tell me guys, now I declare the variable inside the class or inside the method. Guys, now I declared variable
Inside the class.
inside the method, inside the class, right? Exactly. As the variables which are declared inside the class, then these are called
Instance variables.
backside are getting a lot of disturbance. Someone is talking. Yeah. Guys, the variables which are declared inside the class, these variables are called which variables, guys? Instance variables, right?
Instance variable.
Exactly. They are instance variables, guys. And what is the scope of the instance variable? The scope of the instance variables we can access throughout the class, guys. Throughout the class, wherever you want, you can access the data. Throughout the class means the class contains one method or multiple methods, guys.
Multiple methods.
Multiple methods, right? Exactly. Main is a method, like that the class contains multiple methods, right? Exactly. To understand that point, can I define one more method, void add method? Inside the add method, I can write some logic here, right? Exactly. There's instance variable, the variables which are declared inside the class. Inside the class is called instance variable, and we can access this instance variable throughout the class. Throughout the class means the class contains one method or multiple methods. Multiple methods and constructors and blocks, right? Everyone can access the data, guys. Everyone can access that data, right? Exactly. Is that clear now? Good.
Yes.
I'll give some information on these methods basically. Coming to methods, guys, as you know, last starting classes, what is the purpose of the methods? What is the purpose
To
of
write the
methods?
business logic.
Yeah, inside the class, I said directly you cannot put the business logic. That's what inside the class you can declare the method, main method or any method. Inside the method you can write the logic, right? Inside the method you can write the logic. For the purpose methods, guys, use it to write the logics of the. Tell me, guys, use it to write the logics of the application, right? Exactly. Because mainly inside the class directly business logics are not allowed. So inside the class, declare the method. Inside the method, write the business logics, right? Methods basically use it to write the business logics of the application, guys. Write the logics of the application. Yes, there are two types of methods. There are two types of methods. What are the two types, sir? One is like instance method. The second one is like what a static method, guys.
Static.
Instance method and static method. So coming to instance method, guys, if you take the void add method, by default this method is simple like instance method, guys. Void add is which method, guys? Here instance method. And inside the body we written here, here you can put the logics. This area is called, simply we can call it as instance area. That body the code you written, right? That area, that piece of area is called instance area, right? Guys, this is instance method and this is called instance area inside that area, guys. That's fine. If you go for the static method, void multiplication, and by default this is also like instance method, guys. But this method, if you declare the static modifier, guys, this method if you declare the static modifier, then this is called what? Static method. Static. This is called static method basically. This is called static method. This is called which area, guys? Static area. Guys, remember one point here. The methods are used to write the logic. Without static modifier, you can think like there is called instance method. With the static modifier, always you can think like that is called which method, guys? Yeah, static method, right? Guys, with the static modifier, always you can call it as a. It is a static method, right? Clear now. That's fine, guys. But see, as of now, methods are used to write the logic. Even instance and static method, both methods are used to write the logic, guys. So then what is the difference? Yes, the difference is we will discuss the overriding concept basically in polymorphism. Its name is called what? Method of overriding. If you go for the method of overriding concept, if you take the instance methods you can override in future. Yes, in instance methods it is possible to override it. Static methods are not possible to override, guys. That is one of the main difference actually. Guys, what a point tell me here? Instance methods
Instance method
possible to
can be overridden.
override, but static methods not possible, right? But the static methods are, tell me guys, static methods are static methods are not possible to override. Guys, definitely you'll understand this point later while discussing overriding. But immediately you'll ask the question, right? Sir, you said instance method, static method, what is the difference, right? Sir, no, guys, this is the main difference. As of now, both methods are used to write the logics, but instance methods are possible to override, but static methods are not possible to. Static methods are not possible to. Static methods are not possible to override, right? Exactly, guys. There's instance versus what static. And even one more point here, you can say instance methods we can access. These points you'll understand the tomorrow class, guys. This point you'll understand as part of overriding. This part you'll understand tomorrow class. Okay. Instance methods we can access using object name. Instance methods we can access using object name, but static methods we can access using class name. Static methods we can access using what class name, right? The 2 points, guys, basically. Guys, instance methods possible to override, static methods not possible to override. That's the first point. This is your first point. Second point is what? Instance methods we can access using object name. Static methods we can access using class name, right? That is fine, guys. But you understood at least that. Okay, there are two types of methods to write the logics in Java. One is instance method. Second is a static method. As of now, both methods are used to write the logics of the application. But instance methods we can override in future. But static methods means overriding is what? Not possible, right?
Not possible.
Exactly, guys. That is information there.
Sir, is there any difference between the memory assignment between these instance and static methods?
See, method just a declaration pattern. Okay. And memory wise is not as much difference basically, because the instance allocate the memory, static as well allocate the memory, but it will store in different memory. Instance is stored in the heap memory, static is stored in the. Guys, as a developer level, we never focus on the memories because nowadays memories are very cheap. So where it is stored, how it is processed is not a problem for us. As a developer, we have to complete the service, you have to write the code, that's it.
No. So my question is different. It's not right time to ask this question.
Then why
But my
you
question is because we are way behind it because we have not created the objects of the classes. Okay, once we create 2 or 3 objects, every object has been assigned a different memory slot to them. Okay, but in the case of static memory, as we are using it using the class name.
Then how you are saying the object creation? Remaining guys will confuse for the object creation process first of all.
Exactly. So, sir, I want to get it discussed in the next classes when you discuss that object related concept. Okay, sir.
No, but guys, instance method. These are the points I'll discuss later, guys. Just remember this point. In instance method is possible to override. Static methods are not possible to override. And the second point is what? Instance methods we can access using object, and static methods we can access using what? We can use accessing using class name, right?
Using class.
Yes. So finally, I understood that you able to identify what is a static method, what is an instance method, right? When you come to the application here, what is main method, guys? Is that main is an instance or static?
Static.
Main is a static method, definitely, because public static modifier is there. Public static void main means main is definitely which method, guys? Static method. This area is called simply which area, guys? Static area, right? Static method, static area. Guys, what about add method? Add is instance type, static type.
Instance.
Yes, add is a instance method. Add is an instance method. This area is called which area, guys? Simply here, instance area, right? Exactly. Guys, static method, static area, instance method.
Instance area.
Static method, static area, instance method, and what? Instance area, right? Exactly. At least identify the areas, right? Identify the areas. It's fine. And next point, guys, the first point is like where it is declared. Instance variables are declared inside the class. What is the scope? Throughout the class we can access. The third point is what? Memory allocation, right? Instance variables memory allocated when we create the object. Guys, what is the object? Tomorrow we'll discuss in detail, but today understand the syntax of the object, that's it. Instance variables memory allocated when object is created. There's local variables when memory allocated. Local variables memory allocated when method starts, right? when method starts. Instance variables memory allocated when object.
చేసిరా
Instance variables memory allocated when object is created. Cool, running.
సరే
Instance variables memory allocated when object is created and memory destroyed when object is destroyed, guys. It means instance variables are always linked with object, guys. Instance variables are always linked with what? Object, right? Memory allocated when object is created, memory destroyed when object is what? Object is destroyed, right? Guys, are you clear now? That is called instance variable, guys. Memory allocated when object is created, memory destroyed when object is what? Destroyed. And where the instance variables are stored means which is stored in the memory, one of the memory area, that is called heap memory, guys. That's where it is stored in which memory means heap memory, right? Exactly. These are the 4 points about your instance variables also. Please tell me the 4 points about this. Where the instance variables are declared, tell me. Declared, guys.
Inside the
Declared
class.
inside the class. What is the scope, guys? Scope is also inside the class. Memory allocated when when object created.
Object is created.
Object is created. Memory destroyed when is what? Object. Tell me, guys, when object is what? Destroyed, right? When object is what? Destroyed, guys. There's a point here. Where it is stored, guys? Stored in which memory here? Stored in the stack memory, right?
Heap memory.
Oh, sorry. Stored in which memory, guys? Here, heap memory or not? That's all, guys. Let's call instance variables declaration part here, the theory part here. And when it comes to application, guys, before start application, we have to know the access permissions basically. Access permissions to access the data basically. If application contains instance variables, as application contains what? Instance variables and methods, right? Instance variables and methods. Guys, see, if I have the instance variable, I can access this variable. How? Where I can access this variable? I can access this variable either in instance area, or we can access that variable using static area, right? Yes or no? How can where can I access that variable means? I can access that variable either instance area or what? Static area, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like instance variable are methods. There are how many areas, guys, total here? 2 areas. What are 2 areas here? Either we can access instance area, either we can access in which area, guys, here? Static area, right? Guys, that point is clear. Guys, my application I declared which variable? Instance variable. I want to access them. I want access them means generally in general where we can access that variable. Either here we can access or here we can access. It means either in static area we can access, either in instance area we can access, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. In that case, observe it carefully, guys. Instance variables and methods. This is also which area, guys? Instance area. Is it same area, different type of area? Yes,
Same area.
Same area, right? Yeah, same area means you can go for the direct access. Instance to instance, right? You can go for the direct access. It means we can call the data directly. Yes, you can call the data directly, right? Exactly. For second area, guys, here, static area. Instance variables and methods. This is which area, guys, here? This is which area? Static area, right? Static area means same area, different area. Yes, static area means same area, different. Static area means same area, different area means definitely it's a different area, right?
Different area.
How can we access in different area? To access in different area, guys.
Class.
Instance variables when memory allocated. Guys, instance variables when memory allocated.
When the
An
method
When
starts.
object is created.
Method created.
When object is created, right? That's what instance variables memory allocated when object is created. That's what when we are accessing the different area, static area, then how can we access means access using object name. Access using what? Access using object name, right? That's all, guys. So instance to instance means you can go for direct access. Same area, instance variable and instance area. Instance to instance you can go for direct access. Instance to static, how can I access, guys? Instance to static we can access using. Yes, instance to static we can access using
Object name.
Class name.
access using object name. Yes, instance variables memory allocated when object is created. That's what we have to access using object name, right? Exactly. Then come to the application here. num1, num2 is what type of variables? Guys, num1, num2 is what type of variables?
Instance.
variable.
This is which area? Here I want axis, right? This is which area? What type of area?
Static area.
Static area means is the same type of area, different type of area.
Different
Different
area.
area.
Different type of variable.
How can we access that variable?
Using the object name.
Yeah, definitely the instance variable is called static area. Definitely it's a different area. The different area, how can we access means access using object name, right? Then you can create the object using class guys. What is the class here? Test, right? Test t equal to, tomorrow I'll explain this object guys. Just wait a second. Test t. Test is a class name. T is object name guys. Object name can be anything. Test t equal to, using new keyword you will create the object. Okay, new keyword will create the object. New again class name. New test of. For example, demo is a class name. Demo demo some reference variable equal to new demo of. Like that you have to create the objects. That's very clear now. Here, what is the object name now? Guess what is the object name? T is object name.
T.
How can we access that variable using that object name, right? Then simply can call t dot number plus t dot num1 plus t dot num2, right? That's all guys. That's very clear now. These are which variables here? Instance variables. This is which area? Static area. So different area. Different area means how can we access using object name, right?
Object name.
Exactly. Let's go to the second one here. These are which variables now?
Instance.
Instance variable. Here I want to print the addition. This is also which area?
Instance area.
Right, these are the instance variable. This is also instance method or instance area. Instance to instance means how can we access?
Directly we can access.
Guys,
We can access directly.
we can access directly, right? Exactly. We can access directly means here what we will do. Can I use the print statement directly? System dot out dot println of. Directly means what? Num1 plus what? Num2 I can do, right? Exactly, guys. Is it clear now? Num1 plus num2 directly I can print, right? Exactly. Guys, instance variables is instance area means direct access. If the static area means different area, how can we access means using object. Why means because instance is linked with object memory, right? Object creation, right? That's what we can access using object, guys. Guys, this case what is output now? This example, what is output now?
30.
30 is printed like one time or
50,
twice.
sir.
Twice.
Twice, sir.
30 is printed output definitely. 30 is printed one time or twice.
Twice.
Guys, 30 printed at one time or two times?
Only one time, sir.
Only one time. Oh my god.
In main method,
Only one time, sir.
in main method we have to call another add method.
Exactly, guys. Because the JVM is always responsible to execute only the JVM responsible to execute only main method, guys. That's what the JVM will execute only this method. In entire Java, the JVM is responsible to execute only main method, guys. If we define any user-defined method, must to call all user-defined methods inside the main method, right? Then only those methods will be executed. Guys, that
Yes.
point is clear. The execution starts from main method. Who is calling main method means JVM will call the main method, and the JVM is responsible to execute only which method, guys? Main method. Okay, only responsible to execute the main method. What about add method here? Add is a pre-defined method, user-defined method. This is like user-defined method, right? This is like user-defined method, and this is like user-defined method, and you must call all user-defined methods inside the main method, right? But as of now, I think we called add method. We didn't call the add method in the main method.
We did not.
We didn't call the main. We didn't call the main method means then code is compiled fine, code executed fine. Then 30 is printed how many times? Only once. Guys, 30 is printed how many times? Only once, right? We got 30 is output only one time. Are you clear now? We got output is 31. How many times? Only one time. Then what the conclusion we decided? You must call this method inside the main method, right? Guys, you must call this method inside the main method. Then how can we call this method inside the main method? Tell me. This is what type of method we are calling?
Add.
Add is what type of method? Instance or static method?
So with the help
Instance.
of object.
Instance method.
Where we have to call this method? In which place you have to call this method?
Static area.
In the static area. Then how can we access?
Static area.
Instance method, you are
Using
trying
an object.
instance method, you are trying slowly understand the point, guys, because tomorrow also we will discuss this same time of areas and for next 4 days, so that you will get the more clarity. Try to understand the points, don't confuse, very simple. This is like instance. You decided you can call you decided you have to call this method inside the main method. In that case, this is what type of method? Instance method.
Instance method.
Here we have to call. Then how can we call that method in the static area? Instance method and static area. Instance method and static area, definitely different area. How can we access using object name, right? Access using object name, guys. I think inside the class already object is there. What is the object, guys, here? T, right? So that once we create the object inside the method, you can use that object multiple times, is not a problem. So that you can call the simply t dot add method, right? That's all, guys. Guys, once if we create the object inside the method, you can use that object multiple times. It's not a problem. Yes, you can use that object how many times? Multiple times, right? Yeah, that is
Okay.
yes. T dot add method, right? Yeah, that's all. Then you can compile this code. Code is compiled file. The other class is called what? Test class, right? 30 and 30. Guys, I hope you got the clarity about instance variables accessing, right? This is access permission corresponding example, guys. So with a note here, you must call all the user defined methods inside the
Main method.
You must call
All user defined
this point required, right? You must call
methods
all
in
user defined methods inside the
main method.
Then only it will be executed, right? Then only those methods are executed. Then only those methods are executed, right? That's all. Guys, any other points? Tell me. Any questions, please? Guys, any questions, please? Questions? You must call the all user defined methods inside the main method. Then only those methods are executed. Very good. Guys, any questions? You got the clarity about instance variables declaration and accessing, right? Instance to instance direct access, instance to static. See, the same area. Instance to instance means same permission, right? Same area, right? Instance to instance means how can we access this? Direct access. So if it is different means what? How can we access this? Access using? Guys, please
Object
respond.
name.
How can I access using object name, right? Exactly. Have any questions, please? Guys, we discussed today the class contains 4 elements. We are starting first element like variables concept. Variables are used to store the data, and variable is a named memory location. It means variable is nothing but it's a name of the memory, guys. That's it. Where the value is stored. Every variable must contain some type. There are 3 types of variables in Java. One is like local variable, instance variables, and third one is what? Static variable, right? Guys, local variable, instance variable, and what? Static variable. Today we done the 2 types, guys. One is local we done, and we done the second one is what? Local instance is gone. Tomorrow we'll discuss the static variable. It's not a problem. Tomorrow we'll discuss static variable, guys. Yes, these 4 elements, it will take 8 days class, guys, almost. We'll discuss the variables 2 days, methods 2 days, constructors 2 days, blocks are 2 days. Because whatever the language are using Java, everything is a class based only. The reason you must know first of all what is a class contains what type of variables, how to declare, how to access, how many types of methods, how many types of constructors, how to process the constructors. The class concept is very important, guys. Once if you know class concept clearly, then only inside the class we have the methods. In the methods only we can write the collection logic and exception handling logic, threading logic. First of all, we have to define the class, we have to define the method, right? That's what, guys, class concept is very important. Focus on the class concept very clearly. We done the local variables, guys. We done with the instance variables. Guys, are you clear now? Good. Guys, one small observation the project level. Yes, project level, do you have one class or multiple classes?
Multiple class.
Guys, project level, you have that one class or multiple classes? Multiple classes.
Multiple.
Assume like demo class is there, class demo, int num equal to 100 is there, demo class is there, and we have a class test class. Because demo num is what type of variable? Is it local variable, instance variable, or static variable?
Instance variable.
Guys, num is what type of variable? This is the
Instance.
This instance variable.
instance variable, right? Exactly. Guys, instance variable, this is like instance variable. Okay, this is like instance variable, and here we have defined the void, something like disp method is there. In the disp method, I want print the data. Yes, disp is also what type of method? Disp is also what type of
Instance.
Instance.
instance method? This is which variable? Instance variable. This is which method? Instance method. Instance variable, instance method. Do you think here direct access is possible?
Different classes.
It's a different classes, right? Tell me guys, do you think here direct access is possible?
No, sir, we cannot access it directly because classes are different.
Using the class name.
At project level, we have the scenarios like only one class, a different class scenario every time. Most of the time,
Different class.
different class scenario.
Sir, every time we have different class scenarios.
Different class means here also directly you cannot access, guys. Even though instance to instance we cannot access directly, then how can we access instance data? Using object.
Class name.
No. Our instance is always linked with object. Don't use the word like last time. So we can go for the demo d equal to what? We have to create the demo. Guys, instance means always object. Instance means always object. The system dot out data println of we can call a d dot number, right? That's all, guys. Even though instance to instance, how can we access that variable, guys? We can access that variable using
Object
object
name.
name, right? Exactly, guys. So that you understood that even the instance to instance object is required, instance to static also object required. That's what instance variables always. How can we access this using object or not?
Yes.
Or no? Always access the which data, guys? Instance
Instance.
data using always access
Object
instance using which one, guys? Object name, right? Exactly. Always access the instance data using object name, guys. But direct access also possible. But only but instance to instance direct access is possible. That makes instance to instance direct access is possible, but only within the
Same
within the same class, right? Exactly. I hope you got the clarity. Like always, we can access the instance data using object name. You think about that is the same class data or different class data, guys, so that you get the clarity, right? So that you get the clarity. Yes, any questions, please? Good. And you can do some two assignments, guys. Assignment one, if you take, so you can declare the class name is called test class. Test class, you can declare the two instance variables. Okay, which one, guys? Declare two instance variables. Okay, declare two instance variables, guys. Void add method. Here inside the add method, print the addition. You taken the variable, right? Also you taken the variable, just here print the addition operation. Just addition of two numbers, guys. And you take one more method like void multiplication method. Here simply you trying to print the multiplication, guys. Simply here you can trying to print the multiplication, right? Print the multiplication, right? Exactly, guys. Print the addition and print the multiplication, right? After that you can define the main method. What is syntax of main method, guys? Public static void main and a string array args, right? Just open brace, close brace. Then how many methods you declare?
Two methods.
Guys, how many methods you declare? Two methods. Simply call the add method, simply call the multiplication method. Any questions, please? Guys, you every day try to complete the assignment so that you get some clarity about the coding, guys. Coding. You definitely will improve your coding skills. And assignment 2. Assignment 2 will be the same code, guys. Same code again, copy paste you can do. But here previously I declared these two variables inside the same class, a different class. Yes, I declared inside the same class, different class, same class, right? Now you can please declare these two class in different class, guys. So here class demo. Here declare the two instance variables. Here class test is there. Print the addition of which class variable, guys? Here demo class
Demo.
variables. Guys, print the variable of what? Demo. Print the addition of demo class variables and print the multiplication of which variables, guys? Demo class variables, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Print the multiplication of which variables here? Demo class variables. Guys, tell me one point here. This is which variable? These are which class variables? Demo class instance variable, right? And this is called which method, guys? This is,
And
guys, this is instance variable, and add is also which method?
instance.
Instance method. This is instance variable. This is instance method.
Instance method.
Instance means how can you access?
Create an object of demo
Do you
class.
think direct access possible here? Here to here?
No, sir.
No, right?
No, sir.
Because these are two different classes. Even though instance to instance, a direct access possible only within the same class. But this is within the same class or two different classes? Two different classes.
Different class.
Two different classes.
Two different classes.
Direct access possible, not possible, not possible, right? See guys, here you have to create the object means create the object inside the method itself. Here itself, no problem. And here also object required. Guys, actually, to access this variable, here demo class object required or not? It means you can create the object inside the add method itself, no problem. Don't think like always we have to create the object inside the main method. You can create the object, guys. Please, Kumar, please, man. Every time repeating is not possible. Guess what the point here? If we take the add method here, if we take the add method, guys, please mute when you're talking. Make sure that your surroundings very clear. Otherwise, next class onwards, I will mute everyone. So you must listen my class. If you have any questions, you can chat. Please maintain the bit silence because I'm uploading the YouTube videos in the YouTube, right? Letting bit disturbance. Please. Generally, for all classes, I'll allows you just to how to ask the questions only in the chat box. In the chat, if you type the message, I'll respond. Okay. That's what I given the option, like you can talk with me, it's not a problem. But make sure that the surroundings are very bit silence. Every time saying that please mute is not good, right? Yeah, fine, guys. Guys, here you can see declare the two instance variables here. Void add method, print the addition of demo class variable. Print the addition of demo class variables here. See, print the addition of demo class variable means definitely these are the instance variables, these are also instance method, but different classes means object required, guys. Here object required means here itself you can create the object, guys. Then what is a note one here? Note one is what? It is possible to create the object in any method. Guys, it is possible to create the objects in both the predefined and user defined methods, right? It is possible to create the objects in, tell me guys, it is possible to create the objects in both user defined and predefined method, right? Nothing but a main method. Guys, don't think like you always you have to create the object inside the main method. Here demo class object requirements, here you can create the object, guys. Guys, what the point is, here we create the object. Once we create the object inside the method, guys, that the object scope is only within the method. Guys, what the second point tell me here? Once we create the object, once we create the object inside the method, the scope is what? The scope is within the method, right? Permission is within the method, guys. The scope is within the method, right? Exactly. Why I'm writing this point means, see guys, I think here also print the multiplication of demo class variable. Again, this variable, how can we access using object? Maybe you guys are thinking, sir, previously already object is there. Can I use that object? Yes, can you
No.
use add method objects? No, right? Because you create object inside the add method, but the object is scope is what? Only within the add method. If multiplication required the object, again we have to create the object inside the multiplication method, right? That's what I'm saying. Once we create the object inside the method, the scope of the object is the scope of the
Within the method.
object is within the method, right? Exactly, guys. Today class onwards, next 1 week is very very important. Try to understand, try to do the practicals on the day basis. Don't waste the time, please. Today we started variables concept base. There are three types of variables: local, instance, and static. We done clearly local variables, memories in Java, and instance versus static methods, and access permissions. Instance always you can access using object name, guys. But instance to instance direct access possible, but that is only within the same class, right? I gave the two assignments, guys. You try to complete the assignments. One assignment I declared the variables in the same class. One assignment I declared variable in the separate class, right? Very clear now. But the conclusions I written last. It is possible to declare the. It is possible to create the object in both the user defined and predefined methods. Okay, in both user defined and what the predefined method. User defined method means which method, guys? Here, add, comma, multiplication method. Predefined method means which method, guys? Simply we can say main is a
Main.
predefined method, right? Like that. And once we create the object inside the method, that object scope is what? The scope of the object is one within the method, right? Another method required the object means again we have to create the object, guys. Again we have to create the object, right? Exactly. Guys, it's very very important. You try to check these points. Meeting tomorrow. We'll continue. Tomorrow we will continue. Guys, did I share any exam? Test one. I think last class I shared test one. Yeah, test one, guys. Test exam completed or not completed? Hmm. Yes, exam completed or not completed? Variables, day, variables. Yeah, this is the first day of variables, guys. You try to check the assignments here. We can go for day 2 also. Tomorrow we'll discuss the variables only. Yeah. You try to check this point, guys. Meeting tomorrow will continue. Bye.